Diddly-o, diddle up and down, diddly-o, diddle up and down, diddly-o, diddle up and down, diddly-o, diddle lay down.
Alright, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Apologies for the camera angle, and I hope you can hear me. New phone, you should be able to hear me. Calling you guys, or texting you guys from cold and sunny Winnipeg. Again, airport. That's where I typically live these days. On my way to Toronto, then back home to Newfoundland. About 24 hours travel, and I'm home. On the bright side, I'm brewing. Not sure if anyone watched the older videos. A couple things. My quad split beer went pretty good. My bigger splits came out at like I wanted, two totally different beers. Did US04 with one, and I neglected to add something to that I added in the other. Okay, here we go. My main beer, which is closest to what I was working on before, was my marshmallow mild. It has lactose and it has marshmallows, obviously. So I wanted to see what it would be like in the absence of that ingredient. So what I did, I split the batch actually 4 ways, and well, the first part I did the usual, and I just added in a little bit extra. I added some vanilla sugar. It's something I found, and I used that for my priming agent. It actually gave a really nice vanilla flavor, so that was a success. The second half, I left it the lactose, left it the marshmallows, left it the vanilla sugar, and I used US04 because they said I had a slightly British character, whatever the heck that means, but I honestly love the way that one turned out. My goal for the year was to come up with 4 kind of staple beer recipes for myself, and that would be, I'm calling it my first in that I guess mission. The other part of the split was, I wouldn't call it a total success, but I just wanted to play. Took a small amount and actually did my first kettle sour, so that was fun. Did it with the grains. I think my pH got down to 3.9 on that guy, and I did my boil. Could have let it go further. And also the second part, or the last part of that split, was I actually used chili flakes, the little dried chili flakes you put on pizza, and I was really surprised how clean the flavor came out for the heat on that. There was really little background flavor for regards of what the ingredient was. It just gave heat. So I have some future ideas coming up that I'm hoping I'm going to get to, and I'm hoping to use that. I have this wild idea for what was it? A lime and chili gas, or goza, or however you pronounce that. So yeah, that might be coming up. My next up to bat, I have the ingredients home waiting for me. I've got I guess you call it an ale. I loosely, I do all my own recipes. I've never brewed anything but a recipe I've come up with myself. This one, I loosely based it off of the Cream of 3 Crops recipe, but changed it. What I'm doing is I haven't got the recipe in front of me. I think it's like 4.5 pounds of Canadian churro. Got a pound of rice going in there. I got a pound and a quarter of flake barley, a pound of flake corn, and there's some Vienna in there as well. So I know it's going to be a gummy mash, but I'm going for it. I got my rice hulls, etc. But anyway, it's just going to be a simple beer. Only going to be a 30-minute boil. My first edition is going to be at 30 minutes. It's just going to be 1 ounce of Simcoe in that sucker, because I love Simcoe. And it's going to come out to around 19 IBUs. But the kicker on it, I'm using US05 like everybody, and I'm going to be fermenting this guy at 13 degrees Celsius. Now, why I'm doing that, if you do some digging around the internet, it's not really prominent, but when you ferment US05 down that low, you're going to get a this really cool peach ester that comes out on the east, and I loved it the last time I did it. I did it for my very first attempt at like a macro beer kind of knockoff, and everyone said it came out like a fruit lager, which kind of threw me for a loop, and well, it was really good. It's one of the first beers I ever did. So that's going to be a recreation of that. So probably look forward to a video for that coming up sometime the next little while. And what else have I got on to go? We just finished our local beer swap, something I've tried to set up for everybody, and hoping is going to catch on. It's just basically got together with a few like-minded people in my local homebrew group, and we started up a chat, and we just organized an event. We actually went out to a local brewery, which really got to give a shout out to Bacaloo Trail Brewing for anyone in Newfoundland. They're very great guys. They love to see the homebrew community come in, and we had a great chat. It was just a couple of us, and we ended up having 9 separate brewers just swapping beers and swapping beer stories. So that was great. Anyway, hoping to do that again. Where was I going with all this? Yeah, the last thing, last couple of things. Got some beers waiting for me when I go home, some from that spot box, and my friends around it, just very close people, are brewers as well. I'd like for them to get on doing this video stuff, but they probably won't. It's sort of a me thing. But some great beers. If I get his permission, I may do some sampling and let you guys just get my thoughts on it and stuff. Yeah, he's got a... What does he have this time? He did a spruce beer, and he's really into the German beer thing right now, purity laws, and just getting this process down, dialed in. He's one of the best brewers I know. Won't say his name because I don't know if he'll let me, but great guy. And the last thing, two things, I guess. We roll over on 1,400 members on the Canadian Homebrew Group. And for regards of my local homebrew club, we actually rolled over on 1,000 members for my little island of Newfoundland. So that's pretty big. I'm pretty proud of that. Other than that, I'm rambling now. Didn't expect this to be so long. But anyways, guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday, and I hope everyone's having a great day. Hopefully you get to brew soon.